What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video here on Wealth Academy. My name is Gibmoses, and in today's video, let's dive into the exciting world of technical analysis, where I'll be focusing on support and resistance. These levels play a vital role in this market. They give investors an idea of where we're about to see a reversal to the upside, and vice versa when we're about to see a reversal to the downside. So very important strategy. So grab your charting tools, everybody, and let's uncover the secrets of support and resistance. Now, before I dive into the deep end, before we dive into deep water, let's work our way into the shallow waters and then work our way into the deep end, which will be life case scenarios on real-time assets such as Litecoin. Right here, I have drawn two examples, resistance and a support, and right over here on the right side, we have another support and resistance. Support and resistance can be in many different shapes. They can be sideways, they can be diagonally, they can form some kind of triangle formation, and they can be broadening wedges such as this. Let's first see our first two examples right over here, and then we'll touch up on these at the end. A support level, I want you to think about it as a floor. So for example, let's say that you have a basketball and you throw it with massive power to the floor or to the ground. A support level will act as a barrier, preventing this basketball from breaking below the ground, but rather to the upside. So in technical forms, when we're playing with price action and trading, whenever a price action triggers the support level, which in other words is our ground level, price action will go to the upside. So you'll have a chance to buy and profit later on. A resistance level, on the other hand, as many would guess already, would act as a ceiling or as a rooftop. So if the basketball hits the ceiling, of course, the basketball is going to come back to the ground. Same thing with price action. Once price action triggers the resistance level, which in theory is where sellers are taking their profits, then do expect a reversal to the downside to our support level. Support level will act as a floor, as a ground, as a demand zone. Therefore, expect further upside. So very basic, very straightforward. If you guys have any questions, just shoot me a message and I'll be more than happy to help. So now that we did this example, let's do a few more examples just so you guys have it built in your minds, because let me tell you, you'll be coming across many examples in this market. I'm going to go through these very quick. I'm not going to tell you what the answer is. I want you to comment in the comment section below. Let's say that price action is trading. We trigger the resistance. What kind of price action movement are we going to get? Are we going to go to the upside or are we going to go to the downside? So I'll give you all a quick minute. I want you to comment in the comment section below what happens when we trigger this resistance level. So if you guessed price action is heading towards down movement or towards the support level, then give yourself a pat on the back. You're 100% correct. Resistance level will majority of the time play out as a selling point. Therefore, do expect further movement to the downside. Let's look at this example. I don't have nothing labeled. So price action does its thing. It's trading within. We trigger this bottom trend line, which I'm not going to say what it is. So in the comment section below, what do you think happens and what kind of level is this? Is this a support level or is it a resistance level? So take a quick minute, do whatever you gotta do. You can look at the previous examples, because let me tell you, majority of market movements will look similar to these last two. The market doesn't tell you if it's a support level. It's not going to tell you if it's a resistance level. That's something that you'll have to identify all alone and play with such price action. So you have such price action, momentum triggers this bottom line. So if you answered that this is a support level and we're heading for further price action to the upside, give yourself a pat on the back. You're 100% correct. Let's do this last example. I know you guys are all warmed up. Last example, guys. So price action does this jiggity diggity, and then we identify our price action. Now we triggered this level up here. Are we headed further up or further down? So if you answered down, you're 100% correct. This is a resistance level. Therefore, this is where majority of investors are going to be taking their profits. Therefore, price action will act as a reversal to the downside. So very simple, pretty straightforward. Now here's something very, very, very important that I want to mention. This is something that I didn't mention earlier on, just so I don't confuse you. From previous examples, we mentioned that a resistance will always act as a barrier, and a support level will always act as a support. Now here's the thing, guys. There is times, and we'll look into examples in just a minute, where this resistance level will break above, because demand is very strong, and it will break above this resistance level, which will cause further price action to the upside, and vice versa. When we trigger the support levels, there are times, I'm not saying it's 100% every single time. However, after multiple touches on the support level, this support level will weaken. It will become very weak to the point where there will be no longer demand at such level, and price action will break below this barrier or ground. Therefore, it would go on a sell-off to the downside. I hope this last touch up on breaking above and below did not confuse you. If you want me to touch up more on such example, let me know. Now let's dive into the deep end, everybody. Let's roll up our sleeves, let's roll up our shorts, and move our way into the crucial levels on our live charts on the Litecoin pair. By using a combination of tools, so for the sake of this video, we're going to stick to our diagonal and horizontal lines. When you identify support and resistance levels, you want 2 touches on the resistance and 2 touches on the support level. So for the sake of this video, let's pretend that we don't know what's coming up in the future. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and reverse time to approximately 16th of December. Now the way that you want to draw these support levels and resistance levels is by gathering 2 pivot points. So you can take whatever pivot point as long as you have 2 connected. I'm going to be using my ray tool right over here. I'm going to take this level right here and I'm going to connect it to these lower lows right over here, just like that. Now this level right here tells me that whenever price action touches this support level, it will act as a barrier, preventing price action from breaking below, but rather to the upside. Cool. And we're going to go ahead and get 2 more touches on the resistance, just like that. Cool. So as you can already guess, question yourself, what is this and what is this green level right here? So we have our resistance level once again, and we have our support level. So what this tells me right here is that price action will be trading within such level. Alright, so our next movement will be towards $50. We'll get a movement towards $70 and so on. As we mentioned earlier, there will be a point where these support and resistance will become very weak, and they will either break below or break above. Alright, so let's go ahead and see how this prediction went. Again, you're always going to look for 2 pivot points. You're going to connect them and draw a line all the way across with your ray tool. I can do the same exact thing right over here. You can see how we drew our support level, just like that. We have our first touch, we have our second touch, and as you can see, every time we touched this support level, it acted as a reversal to the upside. Touched the support level, upside, touched the support level, and further upside. Our last touch failed to hold above as a support. Our barrier or our ground level broke below because there was no longer buyers at this price. Nobody was willing to buy such price for $61, and we broke below. So as a trader, you can go ahead and take advantage of the support levels. So right here, you would have profited 20%. Right back here, you would have profited around 21%. And our last touch, you would have profited around 12%. Very simple, very accurate. Right here, let's go ahead and play this movement, see how this prediction went. So our prediction, we said that we're going to go back down, touch the support level, we broke above, triggered our resistance, came back down, triggered our support level, so you would have bought. And right here we broke above our barrier, which is our rooftop. We came back down and we broke above it again to the upside. Alright, something I want to know is sometimes price action will play some unpredictable support and resistance. So you're gonna have to renew your wall, you're gonna have to renew your ground level with your support and resistance and redraw them. So I'm gonna go ahead, connect my last 2 dots, my 2 major pivot points to get my support and resistance. This is my resistance level, and right here we have my support level. So whenever price action triggers support level, I'm gonna go ahead, load my bags with buy positions, and vice versa. If we trigger this resistance level, I'm gonna go ahead and place some short or sell positions. So very simple, very straightforward. I just want you to understand the theory behind the support levels and how they can help you in this market. Next video, we'll be touching more on such breakouts, how you can identify these breakouts and how you can play them in your favor. We're going to be using a combination of moving averages, volume indicator, and so on. So stay tuned for that. That's if you want to increase your chances of success in this market. Of course, using just support and resistance in this market will not set you up for success. You're gonna have to use a bunch of diversions, you're gonna have to use a bunch of strategies to give you a much more accurate scenario. However, this is one of the most basic foundations in this market. Very powerful, very strong. So if you made it this far into this video, give yourself a pat on the back. Congratulations. By mastering such skills, you're going to be able to tackle this market with much more confidence and accuracy. Remember guys, I'm going to always repeat this in my videos. Always back retest the strategies I'm showing you. Open a demo account and test real life examples, alright? What I want you all to do before next video is go ahead, back test these strategies with multiple time frames on the daily, on the 12-hour chart, 6-hour chart, you name it. So guys, continue staying disciplined, keep learning, and with many practice, you'll be able to spot these support and resistance levels like a pro. So happy trading, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button. It goes a long way. It helps the channel grow. If you have any further questions, shoot your messages in the Discord and I'll be more than happy to help. With that being said, I'll see you all in the next video.